Hi, Regan White here, and welcome to uh, Module 1, Lab 1, Lab 2 of Basic Networking. Today we're going to go through the lab and see if we can't figure out the easiest way to do this. I want to show you examples of how to do it. Basically, I'm going to walk through the lab with you. The idea behind that is you watch and then you practice it. So we're going to go ahead and look at how the lab is done and also the things that you need to do and the things that you need to turn in. So having said that, let's get started. All right, so here we are in the lab. You'll be given a lab sheet. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up. You can do that as well, but you will be given a copy of it to turn in on lab nights, on Thursday night. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. Basically, this lab is fairly simple. You're going to use a command prompt, and that's pretty much all you need. You need to be attached. You need to be attached to the blue cables. You need to be able to access the internet, and you need to essentially have a command prompt available to you. So let's go ahead and pull up a command prompt. One of the things you want to do, first of all, type in COM, and when this option comes up in the start menu, click on Run as Administrator, because that makes your life a lot simpler. It allows you to have access to the things that you need. So, first command that we're going to look at is the ipconfig/all. And the way that you type that is ipconfig space/all. What this is going to do, as I hit enter, for every network interface that you have on the computer, you're going to get the network connection information for that interface. So the primary one, let's see, this tells us a little bit about the network, the first paragraph does. The next paragraph is a Ethernet adapter. This is a hardwired adapter, and quite frankly, the reason that I have two of them is because one is on the computer and one's on the docking station. This one is on the computer. It's not connected. That's why it says media disconnected. The next one down, however, is the docking station, and this is, in fact, connected. The reason that I know that this is a docking station is because it says USB Ethernet, and that's what the docking station that I have for my laptop is. It's a USB to Ethernet connection. The connection-specific DNS suffix, this is the host that we're connected to, grayson.edu. Physical address is the MAC address of the network adapter in the docking station. And we'll learn about MAC addresses. But right now, think of it as a hardwired address. DHCP is currently enabled. We're getting a DHCP address. Auto configuration is enabled, so we're able to accept that. The IPv6 local address is here. What we're using, however, is the IPv4 address, because this is an IPv4 network. And that address is 10.5.1.169. That is the current IP address. Current subnet mask, 255.255.255.0. So that is a basically a Class C network. And then the lease obtained Friday, September 8th. That's when I got it. I'll lose it at 10:04 a.m. So basically, this is a short lease. Default gateway, that's the school's router, 10.5.1.1. DHCP server is an external DHCP server, which is why it's not the same as the router. And then the DNS servers that we use are here. NetBIOS is enabled, which is frankly uncomfortable, but it is what it is. All right, this is this is the LAN, this is the Wi-Fi adapter, and it is not connected currently. This is another wireless LAN adapter. This is the one in the whatchamacallit, in the docking station. It's a virtual adapter, as is this one, and then this is a Bluetooth adapter. This is another VPN adapter. You can tell because it's a tunneling adapter. All those things are not connected, and so they don't have any information that we can use. But the main thing that you want to get is up here. IP address, DNS servers, DHCP server, and the lease when it's set up and when it expires. and then the subnet mask. Those are the pertinent pieces of network information. So those are the things you want to do. Now, to turn this in, there is a couple of things you can do. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this so that you'll know how for future, because we're going to learn this in the future. But you could go ahead and do it this time. We're going to go ahead and type in the command again, /all. But this time we're going to use greater than sign, C:\\, and I'm going to put an address here on my computer. There's a folder in my C drive called Ruby, and I'm going to build a text file in there, .txt, and I just named it after the command I'm using. So what I'm doing is I'm taking what's going to be outputted by this command and writing it to a text file rather than it showing up on the screen. So when I hit enter, it's going to look like it didn't do anything, but in fact it created a file for me. So looks like it didn't do anything. However, if we go to the folder that I just referenced, I go to my C drive, there's that Ruby folder, ipconfig text. We open that, and what we see here is exactly what I showed you earlier on the DOS prompt screen. That information has been added to a text file. Now, the thing about this is it's easy to turn this text file in. You just upload it. You just click on the Submit Assignment button and upload this. So that is a good way to turn in any kind of a DOS prompt command. That's the way I recommend that you do it. So that's what we're going to do here. All right, so we have concluded the first part of the lab. Basically, we opened a DOS prompt, we typed in ipconfig all. Now we're going to do the ping portion of the lab. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to output the information to a text file. We're going to call it ping.txt. So this time we're going to go ping, P-I-N-G, and it wanted us to do yahoo.com. We're going to send that to, oops, and we're going to call C:\Ruby. Wow. Let's try that again. Ping. If you don't give the file a name, it will fuss at you. We're going to call this a ping.txt. Okay, and that tells me that it's finished. We go back in, we look at C drive, we look in the Ruby folder, and there's our ping text. And sure enough, we pinged Yahoo. That's the IP address for yahoo.com, and we got 4 replies. So we have completed that. That was another one that you would upload the text file to. And then finally, we're going to do a route print or a trace route. And the way that we do that, we're also going to trace route to yahoo.com. This may take a minute because it has to follow all the way through to all the nodes between here and Yahoo. You'll notice that after we output the information to a text file, it's very easy then to type in a paragraph into that text file explaining and discussing the fields and the information that you see. That's what I went through a while ago with you on those two things. Basically, I told you what they were, what they meant. So this is what you'll need to do is for each one of these text files that you output, go ahead and write a paragraph, kind of tell me what the fields mean, what the information is, and what you can do with it. All right, let's go ahead and get the last one done. Let's do trace route. We're going to do yahoo.com, and we're going to output that to the same thing, and we're going to call it trace.txt. And like I said, this will take a minute because it's got to go through 30 different hops at least. So as each line gets returned, it goes to the text file, and then once the process is complete, we'll get another command prompt down here, and then we will be able to go in and look at it. So it may take it a minute. Like I said, it's a fairly involved process. Unfortunately, there's not a progress bar. That's another thing I really miss about command prompts is there's no real way to judge. You could script something. Ah, there we go. Okay, notice the command prompt just popped in. That means it's done. So now we go back in here and we look for trace.txt, which is here. And there is each of the nodes between our computer and the Yahoo computer. And it did complete the trace. It gives us the lag between each one of the nodes, and also the IP address for each of the nodes that we had to hit. So essentially, we have got those things done. Now what you would do next, you'd come down here and you'd write in a paragraph, explain what you see here. Once you've gotten that done, and once you've gotten that done for all three of the text files, then you would load those up into the assignment. So essentially what you would do at this point is you would upload the files, the three files that you have created. You would upload those to the assignment, and then you'd be done. And then I would see them, grade them, and we'd go on to the next thing. So hopefully this little video will help you get this assignment completed, and it will explain a little bit more in detail what's going on. If you do need help, I'm always available, either Thursday nights during class or also in my office, 10 to 5, second floor of the library, by the back steps. So if you need help at all, please feel free to let me know. You can reach me also through the Canvas inbox, or sometimes through email. I will tell you that email is a little bit slow. You'd be better off contacting me through Canvas inbox since I'm in Canvas all day. So give me a holler, let me know how I can help, and I hope to see you in class. Have a good day.